Trump just killed America's electric vehicle dreams. Here's the shocking truth about why EV subsidies might actually be holding us back. The US wanted half of all cars to be electric by 2030. Sounds great, right? But there's a massive problem nobody's talking about. The infrastructure just isn't there. With only 64,000 charging stations for over 3 million EVs, and many of them broken, Americans are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Let's get real about the numbers. EVs make up just 8% of car sales, growing at a snail's pace of 0.3% per year. And here's where it gets wild. Forcing car makers to sell more EVs when people aren't buying them is like trying to sell ice cream in a snowstorm. The whole clean energy promise, it's complicated. Most EV batteries need minerals from countries that aren't US trade partners. We're talking Congo for cobalt, Argentina for lithium. Even with fancy tax credits, these cars stay expensive, and the environmental benefits aren't as clear-cut as we thought. Big auto companies like Ford and GM are bleeding money on their EV programs. They've invested billions but aren't seeing profits. Meanwhile, China's dominating the EV game, controlling most of the supply chain, and sitting on massive lithium reserves. So when Trump rolled back Biden's EV mandates, it wasn't just politics. It was a reality check. The market needs to evolve naturally, not through forced mandates and artificial subsidies. We need better charging stations, cheaper materials, and most importantly, we need to let consumers choose what works for them. But here's the plot twist. While this might help American automakers catch their breath and compete with China, it's a massive setback for climate goals. US cars and trucks pump out half of all transportation emissions, and now we're basically saying whatever to the Paris Agreement. The future of American transportation is at a crossroads. Do we force-feed EVs to an unwilling market, or do we let innovation and consumer choice lead the way? One thing's clear, sometimes the road to a greener future isn't as straightforward as we think.